Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Mad Kiger, and it's been a while since I did a video. Um, I've got some pretty cool news though to talk about. An announcement, so to say, that I seen a couple of weeks ago, and I'm kind of hyped about. I'm really hyped about it. Yeah. So actually, we'll start off with that. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles is getting a remaster. What the actual fuck? Like, it's so weird because me and my mate were playing it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I talked about it in my last video. And that was a game that I had as a kid, man. Jedi Power Battles was on the PS1, Dreamcast, and I think it had a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance version. And, it was a sort of like hack and slash, beat 'em up style game with some platforming element. Very arcadey, very challenging game. And obviously I've got it on my modded PS3 and I attempted it. As a kid, I never got past level 2. And I finally got past level 2. But then I seem to have a lot of these glitches with my PlayStation that kept glitching out, and it kept fucking glitching out and overheating. So every time I seem to make progress, oh, fuck off. Every time I seem to make progress, I would have some kind of stupid shit happen where I was like, fuck's sake, you know what, I'm making progress. Level 3 ain't even that hard. I had so many issues with level 3 because the first time I was like, oh, I didn't realise that you gotta save the handmaidens, and oh, I missed one, so I had to go all the way back, and then I realised there was a glitch you can do, and some cryptic shit, but they announced we're getting a remaster of it. I know some people say that a remaster is not a remaster. I don't give a shit. It's called Jedi Power Battle Remastered. That's the title of the fucking game. But it's going to have update, obviously some slight enhancements to gameplay, graphics, etc. It's named by the same people who did the Star Wars Battlefront remaster, Aspire. And I think they did like the Tomb Raider remaster, the pretty much all of the Star Wars remasters we've had, or ports, or whatever you want to call them. But it's going to have some new modes, new characters, 13 new characters in the game. It's going to have like what they call like true mode, which is basically, because in the old game, for some reason, Mace Windu had the blue lightsaber, Plo Koon has an orange lightsaber, Adi Garrar has a red lightsaber. I think the people who made the game originally probably didn't really know about these characters, but bear in mind episode 1 had only come out, so they had to guess. We didn't know Mace Windu had a purple lightsaber until episode 2 came out, right? So that's a cool little slice of life update, I guess you can call it, which is kind of cool, little things like that, and it's going to have new modes, and all of this stuff. So I'm pretty hyped about that. And, my last video I talked about remasters and how I think too many remasters come out. And it just seems like we get remasters for games that are just don't need remasters, right? So for me, getting a remaster for Jedi Power Battles is a surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Yes, I went there. They've done the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection remaster, which, as we know, didn't really do too well. But I think it was more because it had some glitches and stuff like that. I'll be honest with you, when I played it, I thought it was fine. I didn't have any issues with it. It did what it said in the box. I know they did this Star Wars Jango Fett game, whatever it's called, Bounty Hunter remaster. Although I remember seeing a post on Facebook, Sony, saying beat the game and unlock Jango Fett's father, Boba Fett. I'm like, you mean Jango Fett's son, Boba Fett? Because there was this whole I remember reading about it back in the day, that there was this rumor, what they called a fake Easter egg, a fake hoax, type thing that if you beat the game you would unlock a a Boba Fett skin, but it never happened. In fact, I remember seeing there was some tech demos of the Star Wars Bounty Hunter 2 demo that came out. There was actually meant to do a Boba Fett Bounty Hunter game, but never actually truly happened. So I'm kind of you know, I think Aspyr have done all of the remasters for these old Star Wars games. I think we had like the Knights of the Old Republic ones, which were the ports that we got. I think we got a port to the Nintendo Switch. And also we had the Republic Commando port and stuff like that. So for the most part, they've been pretty decent, right? So I'm pretty hyped that we're getting, excuse me, Jedi Power Battles remastered. One thing I'm hoping we also get is the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith game remastered. Just do the same thing. Bring the game out again, update the game, slight enhancements, add some new modes, some new characters, some extra missions. That's all we ever want, you know? And they're selling it for £20. I mean, you can't go wrong, right? I love Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, but I have a love-hate relationship with that game because I love it for what it was, but it's a very challenging game. And I don't normally do the bass, but I couldn't be asked to go down. I mean, I'm really pretty hyped that we're getting that. Actually, to be honest, I kind of found out that actually I could play Star Wars Outlaws actually on a Fire Stick. I don't need to actually go out of my way to buy an Xbox or a PS5. I can play it on the Fire Stick with Ubisoft Plus. Although, let me know in the comments below, has anyone tried out Amazon Luna? How good is that? I know there was Google Stadia, and then before that we had, what was it, the Ouya, I think it was called, these streaming-based cloud gaming. What do you think about cloud gaming? Do you think it's the future? I like the option to be able to play games without needing to have a console. I think it's a really cool concept, you know. Being able to play games on an Amazon Fire Stick is awesome, as long as you've got a controller. And to be fair, you can use PS5 controllers, PS4 controllers, Xbox One controllers and Xbox Series controllers, and I believe you can also use your phone as a controller, which is pretty cool considering an Amazon Fire Stick cost you what, anywhere from 50 and 40 to 70 pounds, whereas an Xbox One, an Xbox Series or PS5 cost you anywhere from £400 or whatever they go for these days, right? It's a cool option. I know there's a lot of ifs and buts with it because you need to really have a good internet connection. If you've got a good internet connection, you're pretty set. So I kind of like the idea of cloud gaming. I had a little look on Luna. If you're already a Prime subscriber, I think you automatically get Prime Gaming, so you get a couple of games to play. I had a little look through of them. Most of them are games that I've already might have on PlayStation. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas was on there, which is kind of cool. You can get Ubisoft Plus on there, which is $14.99 a month. Which, I mean, isn't too bad, especially if you want to play Star Wars Outlaws, which is a £70 game. Again, I know that game's had a lot of mixed reactions, but I'm a Star Wars fan, so I kind of want to play it. And yeah, I'm looking forward, and obviously you can also get Luna Plus as well, which I think is like $7.99 a month. Kind of like the Game Pass, nowhere near as expansive, but you can get a decent amount of little games on there for £8. Games that are going to keep you going, you know. And you can also connect your GOG account to it. It says you can get GOG games on there as well, which are PC games. But I'm not 100% sure if you can only play certain GOG games or if you have a library. And I think those ideas are pretty cool. You know, I do like the idea of being able to game in your own home without the need of a game console. You know, it just seems like it's a really cool concept. But I'm going to be honest, I think there's still a little bit more work that can be done to it. It's what I would consider to be an option, but it's not what I would say is the future right now. I mean, I still would say go out and buy yourself a games console or you know, a PC or something if you truly want a full gaming experience, right? But it's a cool little option, especially if say you were you know, running low on cash and you didn't have enough, you wanted to play some games, or say you had to sell your console but you kind of felt a little bit pissed off that you couldn't play those games anymore, whatever. So it's a cool little option, right? So yeah, I'm definitely so yeah, so what have I been playing recently? I'm going to be honest, one game and one game only, Oblivion. I'm loving playing Oblivion. I heard we're getting a remaster of Oblivion, possibly. I think there was a leak, something to do with a Microsoft lawsuit a couple of months back. I think it was Microsoft, but they had to show a list of games that they were working on, and apparently Oblivion remastered was on there. How true that is, I don't know, but if that's the case, I mean, Oblivion, I love Oblivion. Do you know what? I think Skyrim is the better game. There's no denying that Skyrim is the better game. But for me, personally, I have a lot of nostalgia for Oblivion. I'm loving Oblivion. It definitely is in need of a remaster. Definitely is in need of an update. Especially on console. I'm playing it on PS3 right now. Well, not right now at this moment, but that's what I'm playing. And I'll be honest with you, it's playable, don't get me wrong, like, but it definitely is in need of an update. Definitely upgrade those. The graphics aren't too bad, to be fair. Like, I'll be honest, it still looks pretty good, or everything looked like what it's meant to look like, but there is some frame rate issues and things like that, and some bugs and glitches that could definitely be improved upon. But I love Oblivion. In fact, I think I prefer Oblivion to Skyrim, but I do agree that Skyrim is the better game just because of the quality of life improvements and stuff. But I love Oblivion. One thing I absolutely love about Oblivion and Skyrim, especially over Fallout, is the way that you level up. I think it's changed a little bit in Skyrim, but like in Oblivion, if you want to level up your blade skill, just kill people with blades. You know, if you want to level up your health spells with restoration spells, just keeps casting spells. And I like that, you know. There are a few games that use that mechanic, and I love that, because you think about it, really, like, realistically, if you're playing an RPG game, how do you get better at something in real life? Role playing is meant to be, you know, role playing, right? You're meant to be living that environment, right? So how do you get, you know, how would you get better at cooking in real life? Cook. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that Skyrim would have been on the Luna, but it wasn't. Because, you know, I'll be honest, I think Skyrim, I played it on PS3 years ago, and for the most part it was okay. But I'll be honest with you, if you want to get the best version of Skyrim, just get the most up-to-date version, the most recent version, so the PS5 version, or the PC version, I guess. Obviously, there's mods and things like that, but I'm enjoying Oblivion. I ain't gonna lie, I'm enjoying Oblivion. As for what I've been watching recently, I ain't gonna lie, I've mainly been watching a bit of Nova on YouTube. I'm enjoying watching Nova. I used to watch him all the time back in the day, but I'm like 4 years behind now with him, so I'm catching up with him. I like his videos. I've always enjoyed these videos, so I'm looking forward to you know, so that's mainly what I've been watching, although I need to get my YouTube Premium back. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not essential, but because some videos have more ads than others, but I don't know, $12.99 a month to get rid of ads. I know you get other stuff in that, it's still quite steep. And it just seems to me that's just the way it's going, right? I mean, when I'm watching something on Tubi or Freevee or something like that, that's not too much of a problem, right? Because you expect the ads, but I don't know, man. Like, I remember when YouTube used to be, everything used to be ad-free on YouTube, man. Yeah, you know, ad blocker and all that shit. But yeah, I mean, it's quite fun to just get back and watch that. And also I've been watching a bit of Futurama here and there, rewatching Futurama. because I know they brought back some new seasons, which was very surprising actually. They brought Futurama back. So that was another show that I went back and started watching. Fucking hell. As for, do you know what, actually, I don't know if anyone's seen these things, man, but my brother told me about these. They're called cigarellos. I'm trying to give up smoking, I ain't gonna lie, but, yeah, you can actually buy 10 packs of them here in the UK. And if anyone remembers 10 packs of cigarettes back in the day, like for £3.50 for 10 cigarettes, man, it was crazy. Now you can buy 10 packs of cigarellos, which are basically like cigarettes. They look like a cigarette but wrapped in a tobacco leaf. But the reason they can get away with selling them in 10 packs, because in the UK, legally, you're not allowed to sell cigarettes 10 packs. You're only allowed to sell them 20 packs or more. I think it's because of this whole thing of trying to get people to stop smoking, plus the tax and whatever. I don't know. But you can get away with selling these in 10 packs because technically they're classed as cigars. And you can sell cigars or cigarellos things. But these are basically just cigarettes wrapped in a tobacco leaf. And to be honest, actually not too bad. I think more tobacco companies are definitely going to try and capitalise on this until they get banned, obviously, especially with this fucking whole anti-smoking laws and whatever they're trying to pass in the UK. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous, you know. I think everyone's entitled to their own way of living. If someone wants to smoke, let them smoke, you know. If you're going to put all of these bans in place on like cigarettes and things, then do the same for fucking alcohol, do the same for fast food, right? Because they can cause just as many deaths as cigarettes, right? You know, you can go into McDonald's and buy fucking 20 Big Macs in one day and that can give you a heart attack, right? But there's no laws in place or any kind of pictures of obese people or heart disease or all of that over it, right? I don't know, I'm getting a bit too political here. I've had a couple of drinks tonight. But anyway, it's been a long day today. I've been out and about, back and forth. I had to sort some stuff out today. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping too great these past days. But I wanted to do a little video because it's been a while since I did one. Still a lot going on in my personal life. I won't go into details because it's not really the place to be talking about it, but let's just say I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie, I am struggling with a lot of things right now, but I'm trying to work with it, you know. I'm trying to get things sorted out. As they say, you know what you're gonna do, right? You gotta just keep focus. You know what you want. Just push and make your way there, right? You know. But I digress. So yeah, like I said, I'm really hyped about the Star Wars Jedi Power Battles remaster. I know I ain't got a PS5 at the moment. Sad face. But nonetheless, guys, that's kind of some cool news. I don't really know about any other big games that are coming out. Obviously, maybe let me know in the comments below what games are you excited about, right? Is there anything out there that you want to get? I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is still the big one. I know Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming out now. Who the fuck cares? You know what? I just give up with Call of Duty, man. Like, I don't care about Call of Duty anymore. You know, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I know people love it. Same, like, who cares? At the end of the day, man, like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. We're all allowed to enjoy our own things and that, you know. I wouldn't have a go at you if you like something. Fair enough, you know. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't, right? I think too many people live that, you know. And I hate people that sit there and say, oh, Call of Duty is the best game in the world. If you don't play Call of Duty, what's wrong with you? I'm like, although, actually, that was what I was going to say. I played Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero and boy, it is good. It is fucking awesome. I mean, I have a couple of gripes with the game. One of my biggest issues is the 2-player mode. You literally have one mode, that's it. That's it. No tournament mode to do 2-player. One map? Come on. Really? That's all you get is just 1 versus 1. The gameplay is awesome. I did some campaign with my brothers last weekend. We were just sat there playing it for about 3 hours, taking it in turns. It's definitely a challenging game. You really need. It's a very fast-paced game. I ain't gonna lie, my fucking arm was dead the next day, man. Fucking rapid tap that shit. It was really fun though. I ain't gonna lie. It's a very fun game. I think it's got a great roster, great gameplay. The only thing that I like I said, I think could have been improved a little bit. One, there isn't enough multiplayer stuff. I know a lot of people say, oh, because the game is really pushing the limits of how fast paced it is. And the only other thing that I would say about it is the moves as well. Like, it doesn't seem that there's not that much customization. So you only literally get 4 power moves. That's it, and possibly a super move. That's it. That's all you get. Whereas in the old games, it seemed like there was quite a lot of moves, and you could change them up a bit. Especially like when you're playing like as Goku. You know, like one of the early versions of Goku, he had like 1 dash attack, 1 Kamehameha, and his other 2 moves are like, you know, one buffs him and the other one buffs him as well, 2 buffs, whereas other characters have like an explosive wave or solar flare. But it is an awesome game. It was a lot of fun. It is what I would consider to be a challenging game, but it's very rewarding when you win a fight. And I do like these like the what if scenarios. It's very challenging. Like, so if you wanted a what if scenario, you would have to beat a certain fight within like so many minutes or whatever. It's very challenging, very fast paced. It's all about rapid buttons. Great game though, absolutely fantastic game. I would recommend it for any Dragon Ball fan. Really enjoyable, definitely better than the last Budokai Tenkaichi game we had, Ultimate Tenkaichi. That game was, yeah, we won't talk about that one. Although I'm still going to stand by what I believe. I still think Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was my all-time favourite Dragon Ball game, hands down. But yeah, it was a great game. I really enjoyed it. If I get my PS5 back one day, then, or whatever, I will definitely think about possibly buying it myself. But it was an awesome game. Of course, obviously, as we know, DLC and all this shit, right? You know, but to be fair, there is a decent amount of content within the game as it is. The only other game that I'm kind of intrigued about is the new Dynasty Warriors, just because they're changing it up a little bit, adding some new stuff, trying to change it up with the origin story, you know, new character, you know, that kind of thing. But as you know, excuse me, Dynasty Warriors, right? But anyway, any movies or TV shows that really come to mind? I'm going to be honest with you, no. There's only 2 movies that I kind of want to watch is Terrifier 3. Although I watched the second one last week with my mate, and I'm going to be honest, I had no fucking clue what was going on in that movie. Like, I was literally like, what the fuck is going on? I've heard the third one's meant to be really brutal, and I love me some good brutality, right? I think the first one was pretty good though. Final Destination 6 is another one I'm looking forward to. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I seen something apparently Michael Myers versus Chucky. If that is coming out, that'd be pretty sick, you know. Freddy versus Jason, great movie. Great movie. Definitely check it out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, anyway, let me know if there's any upcoming games, movies, whatever that you're interested in. Jedi Power Battles, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know what you've been playing recently, what you've been watching. Let me know in the comments below, Oblivion or Skyrim. I want to know. I know some people swear by like Morrowind and stuff, but I'm on about 4 or 5. Forget about Morrowind and all that. Oblivion or Skyrim, what's your go-to? Anyway, guys, and always subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Take care, and I'll see you next time.